Britain has a long history of industrial action, with workers campaigning for better working conditions and pay as early as the 17th century. And this struggle that is so deeply embedded in our history is easily locatable today. In February 2022, strike action would begin for those lecturers at Queen Mary immersed in the UCU campaign regarding disputes around working conditions, fair pay, and pension schemes. At this time, average weekly working hours stood at 51 hours against a contracted 35. Alterations to the pension scheme would see teachers lose an average of $240k during retirement, and pay cuts had culminated at 21% since 2009. Over a year later, much of the dispute is still alive. And though the battle against devastating pension cuts that averaged 35% was somewhat of a success, the battle for better pay and working conditions continues. Like many other universities, the story remains the same at Queen Mary, University of London. The most recent action by the UCU, starting last April, was a national boycott of marking and assessment by members of higher education, the latest in a series of boycotts over the past few years. The boycott, initiated in response to thriving issues of working conditions, pay, pensions, and workplace inequality, was reportedly met by the university with hostility, who allegedly threatened to withhold 100% of the wages of those participating over 21 days across July and August. This is just one of many instances emblematic of an exploitative relationship between heads of educational institutions and their employees. An incident that speaks to this troubling dynamic is the university's alleged resolve to encourage snitching amongst Queen Mary undergraduates. Emails that for some read as a gentle reminder to use the missed teaching form to ensure compensation for missed education, others find as evidence of the university's attempts to gather concrete data on strike participants. Conversely, many consider the information circulated by the UCU as misinformed, and the anxieties of lecturers at these respective issues as overestimations. Irregardless, amidst these disputes stand the students, at Queen Mary and beyond, who routinely suffer damages to the quality of their education year after year.